Samuel Schneider is from Fort Myers, Florida, and he is currently residing out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we met him at Corey's car crashing clinic, and he was a nice guy. He came up with his fancy-looking beard and his what was he wearing the first day? It wasn't the jumpsuit.
I know he fucking farted.
he had like a vest and stuff on. Yeah, dude, and he fucking ripped a good one. A fucking good one.
Fucking good one, bud.
He turned around and he's like, they didn't hear that. And me and David are both like,
pretty sure we did, bet.
I think everybody heard that one, friend.
What was he? He was wearing like a vest. And then the second day he was wearing the jumpsuit. And then he had on these fucking
Daisy
Dukes and a tank top, bro.
Yeah, I was just Sunday was just like, bam. And it was like,
whoa. I like it. Where do you shop at? Baby Gap?
Baby Gap. I thought he stole Christine's clothes at first.
How'd you get in my house, motherfucker?
Motherfucker, those are mine. But yeah, welcome in Samuel Schneider.
Welcome to H&D Comedy Podcast.
Work it, boy.
Get funky, get freaky.
With your host, Papa and Davey.
Oh, baby. Ooh.
Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome, Mr. Samuel Schneider.
That's me, man.
The bad beard himself.
That's the bad beard. The baby beard today, but, you know, not bad.
Yeah. I think out of all of us, I think I've got the baby beard.
It's not bad, though. I mean, between the two, is this what do we got going in the background? Give me a little breakdown of our setup. I see lots of lights and sounds and Behringer Bros. A lot going on back there.
Yeah, my wife worked at this gas station one time, and that was just in the back, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want it," and I was like, "Cool."
Tips.
So I just got it. Yeah, it's got the Raymond Kahn that jumped the water fountain, and then there's a Corey's little video,
Oh,
little payback. It's a VHS.
not too shabby.
Then-
And whose house
yeah,
are we at
this-
right now? Where's the studio?
This is in my house.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
How was work
Well,
today,
where am I-
honey? You were working hard.
it was pretty good. Did simple shit. I was like, man, it's Thursday. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hang out. I'm not gonna do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is my first time on, I say this is the second time on someone else's podcast, so forgive me if I'm already a little verbose. I got to just sit in the backseat on this one and let you guys run the show.
No, you're good, dude. We'll just talk to you. We'll get you talking. We're pretty good about that.
Okay. And you can take it off, now that I know I'm in frame, you can take it off of our double screen so I can just stare at your beautiful mugs.
Okay.
Oh.
Boom.
I love it.
Oh.
And let me know if anything pops up that's not. Is this? Am I allowed to use 4-letter words on the show, or what's the rule for that?
Fuck yeah, you are.
You
Fuck
can say
yeah, you
whatever
are.
you
Okay.
want, dude. We don't give a shit.
Well,
There's only like 2 people.
If
that
anything
watch
gets
us.
shitty on this side, no, it's probably my mom. I told her I was hopping on, so she's my biggest fan. She comes to all of the.
Okay, so all three of our moms are
Hell
gonna
yeah,
watch.
brother! Come on, hey ma.
Hey, ma.
Well, thanks
What
for
you sipping on?
the missus and I made ourselves a little lime. She's decorating for Christmas. I don't know how you guys do it in Texas, but we start Halloween done. She's already got. I mean, I'll give you guys a tour another time, but it is set up upstairs, and so these fine little baked. You see this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a blood orange, and
Orange
she's
slice.
got, I don't know, 30 of them upstairs. And so she's like, let's make some margs with this. And I said, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You ain't got to tell me twice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, we have Christmas tree up at the house already.
My man. See, you guys know what's going on. Well, I mean, you throw it up on, and one, Thanksgiving is kind of marginal for me. Like, I've always lived abroad from family, and so I'll either come back for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like, that was kind of the experience. And so Christmas wins. And so with Halloween, and I gotta do some silly turkey decorations for a month before I can get into my Christmas spirit, and then it's gone in 25 days. I'm trying to like really run that for the whole
2 months.
2 months. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need it. We need all
it.
the
Yeah.
like happy we can get.
Yeah.
And we got the tunes going, so I turned it down for the show. But trust me, once we cut, then Bing Crosby's back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love some Ben Crosby.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's been
When is it appropriate to start watching Christmas movies?
well, you could do that year round, no rules there. But the like White Christmas and like the classics, you got to save those for.
Yeah, you got to save closer to.
Yeah, well, and ultimately,
Well,
like holidays, you get more free time to sit down and really take it in. Like, I don't know. I don't make the rules, man.
I think like Home Alone. I mean,
I did. What did I do last night with John Candy, Uncle Buck,
Uncle Buck. Oh,
which is like a precursor to Home Alone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was.
I love
it was
Uncle
good.
Buck, man.
Yeah.
You're starting to kind of look like a
Yeah.
young John Candy.
He's
I'm trying, baby.
He got a
A little
documentary
bit more
on right
nuts
now,
than that.
and it was very. Reason why we got into Uncle Buck was that it's on Prime, I think, and it's I Like Me, the John Candy story. Wow, maybe I got a little teary right there.
Dude, yeah, I cried.
Yeah,
Fuck, I
Sweet.
can't watch it then.
Dude.
yeah. I think it was 43. He had a good run, but like, you know,
Yeah, 43, man.
big
Yeah.
heart because he had a big heart.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
His like a lot of his like issues with food and stuff like really hit home because I was like, damn. So it was a hard watch. Took me a minute to get through all of it.
But not any longer. Think times are changing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the up and up.
Yeah.
We're losing weight, looking sexy.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, I was seeing. I got to get you guys the rest of those photos.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that photo you took of David was fucking immaculate.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to put that on a t-shirt.
it's sharp. I think it's a profile picture now.
yeah,
is.
it's-
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
got-
that's the best photo I've ever had of myself.
100%. Everybody, my mom called me. She was like, "Who took that?" I was like, "Don't worry, it's a guy named Sam."
Just a
Well,
really
she knows
handsome
now.
dude.
She's watching the show.
Yeah.
Yes. Mom, this is Sam.
Yeah. Hey, mom. Yeah. No. Well. I had so much fun with you guys, and usually I was there to help out Bobby and Thomas, and to learn everything I could along the way. But photos has always been a big part of my operation. So whenever I can snap some bangers for the boys, that's my go-to, and I sneak them in. I got more to come too. So don't worry. We'll get you guys
Don't
covered.
worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
The one you got at Corey was really good too.
Yeah.
Well, you had to hype the man of the hour too. So I was like,
For sure.
yeah. Well, and honestly, like,
sure.
he's talking. What's his show called?
Stunt stories.
Stories.
Yeah, I saw him recently posting about that. I was like, oh, he's active. I didn't see any likes on my post though. I did tag him, so I'm like,
We liked your post.
yeah, thank you. It counts.
I guess we'll have to talk to the guy that runs Stunt Stories.
I
Corey just doesn't know how to use the internet.
Yeah.
So
I'm the guy.
no, I kid.
Well, I run the one that's on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
The
We don't have
social accounts?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because his Instagram is, I think, Stunt Stories. So he's already got like that name for it. So
Well,
We just left
and I met his wife briefly, but do they operate on the same channels? Like, is it kind of their story, and even y'all give me like a breakdown of what's happening here. What's the general consensus on your show? What's their show about? Like, there was a lot to take in my time in Texas.
yeah.
yeah, and you were just here for what, 3 days?
Yeah,
Imagine if you were here for a week.
I know, full time.
So
Yeah.
she has a cooking show
okay,
that she does on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
And then she's been on Stunt Stories, but they're separate. Like they don't really, I guess, like they don't really collab. They would collab. I'm not saying they don't collab.
right.
But yeah. But she's been on Stunt Stories. We want to have her back on. She actually approached us after she was talking to y'all about doing kind of a crossover where she just shows up on Stunt Stories with food and makes Corey try it.
Because like on her channel, she has them sit down and eat the food that she makes.
Right.
So she was gonna like come in and be like, "You were supposed to have dinner. Like, is this what you're doing or whatever?" And then like have him like kind of be like, "Oh shit" or whatever,
Yeah.
catch him off guard. He knows about it, but she's like, I'm not going to tell you when.
Right.
Like
So-
he's not going to smell it just coming from the kitchen.
No,
No, it won't
like,
be. She
yeah,
won't cook it here. She's gonna cook it and bring it over.
Oh,
yeah,
see,
we'll be here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And one, and so then he's taping your show in your studio too.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I could, if my other camera was turned on and I switched it real quick,
Yeah.
you'd be able to see it. I could turn the camera around at one point. I will later, but yeah, he just like we sit right here, and then Corey literally sits like right across.
Got it.
He's got like a little chair. Like if you look at the episodes or whatever,
Well, I
you see
can
the back-
picture it in my head right now. The little little frame grab.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's just where he sits.
Got it.
Because I met him. I was dropping off some porta potties because I worked for this shit company, literally.
That's a good
and,
business to be in, by the way. I don't know if you've investigated the financials.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. Wow.
I was making more money there than I was doing construction now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I met Corey that way and asked him to be on the podcast, and then found out all the shit he did or whatever. And I was like, hey man, I'd love to produce your podcast, Stunt Stories. Like I'd like to revive it. And he was like, okay. So now we're here.
Yeah.
Here we are.
There you are. Well, how many episodes
It's
have you guys
wild.
done?
Of Stunt Stories, I think we are on 30,
No.
maybe
Of rough
32.
half.
Oh, rough half is just the production. That's because I have Two Birds, One Stone, and then H&D, and then Stunt Stories.
Got it. Got it. I think it's a full calendar there.
Yeah. I need to get back into Two Birds. That's just, I started that one, and then I had David on a bunch of times, and he was like, dude, we should like start our own. And then that's how H&D started. So
Got it.
I started focusing on that, and then Stunt Stories. So
We've done your episode 36.
Hey. I was shooting for
Hell yeah.
6'7" or 6'9" just to be relevant, so I should have held out a little longer.
we'll have you back on in episode 69.
Thank you very much.
We'll literally have that spot just for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit me up. I'll be available for that one.
Well, that's going to be a minute too. That beard's going to come back in. It's going to be all
Yeah.
fucked.
Hey, it'll come and go like another 4 times before we get there. I mean, obviously,
That's probably-
you guys know the work that I do sometimes, where it may be that I got to double a guy, and they're like, "Hey, granted, I have a brand called Bad Beard, but they're like, are you cool shaving?" And I'm like, "It'll grow back. I think we'll be all right." Yeah.
So what you been up to, man? We were seeing you 2 weeks ago, but
I know. Well, just before coming out to see you guys in Texas, I was supposed to be on my way to LA for Moto Beach Classic. Do you guys know the Roland Sands? He's a builder. He's a designer. He's a moto man based out there in Long Beach, or where do they say it is? Over there, the West Coast. But he has a show, yeah, that's been a few years running, and I was going to bring my show out to Moto Beach, but I had issues with my truck, so I did not make it. Ended up being able to jump to your clinic out in Texas, so we hung out for those few days, helping out Bobby and Tom. And then I came back, and obviously, you go on the road for a little while, you got to hang out with your lady, and so we were in Chattanooga. I spent some nice time in Chattanooga. It's beautiful. I don't know if you guys have been through Tennessee, but it is a sight to be seen. Hung out with her, and then, yeah, man, I'm just always kicking the tires. Like, I have a few different irons in the fire. You got to stay diverse, these days as it is. But stunt work being what it is and slow, because so many shows after the strike, everything went overseas. Until those come back and things ramp up between this, that, and AI and whatever, I have my brand that keeps me busy with the show and still pushing out content best I can. Yeah, and then I don't know, man. I'm just a little here, there, everywhere.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's good to be though.
Yeah, well, you say that. Don't tell my lady. She's like, why don't you just pick one, stay in your lane? And I go, no, there's too much to do, man. Variety, spice of life, right?
I drive fast. I got to
I'm
change
with you on
lanes.
that one. Yeah, my wife's always like, kind of like, why can't you just like chill? And I'm like, but this is so fun, podcasting, hanging out,
It's
doing all this
fun,
crazy
and
shit.
on top of it, I see how everything I do is connected and relative to each other. So it's not that I'm, on the road in this one job. I'm like, that job is equally connected to this job. It's connected to that job. And so it's all a bigger ecosphere. Like the conversation we're having is relative to all the businesses that we operate and run. So it's like a big pot and we're just stirring it.
Yeah, just
Right.
one big melting pot.
One big melting pot.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna check.
Because you guys get blurry. Like my internet's decent, but is there like I can change you guys to like 480 or something like that?
Once we're done like recording and stuff like this, it'll go back and it'll put it. I can actually export this in 4K.
Oh, okay.
So like it's all pixelated
Yeah,
and stuff now, but
yeah.
whenever I go through and edit or whatever, I can export it and it'll be like really clear.
Sounds good. As long as you guys know what's going on.
Yeah, we can see you. I really like your setup and stuff behind you. That's pretty. Is that like your basement?
This is the basement, but it's a garage basement, so I can take the motorcycles over there, up and out. And then if you can see the door back there, it's like in Georgia we have like the largest deposits of granite in the world, and so I think for a lot of these houses they just dig down until they go good enough, because I have a whole mound of dirt back there. It looks like it buried bodies, and so the foundation just kind of everywhere is different levels and lengths, but yeah, it works. And then I have like if I do solo stuff over there, I have a little just single bar stand, and then usually I run through my mini switcher. But like I said, here we are.
Right.
How long have you been in Georgia?
Long enough to know that I want to leave Georgia. No. It's the South. I'm from Florida, so it's
Okay.
not like the farthest thing, but we're just landlocked. We got lakes. They say, "Oh, you got lakes," and I go, "Lakes are cool if that's what you like." But I'm a beach guy, so I came here from Los Angeles in 2020. That makes it 5 years, give or take. And I kept my place in LA through COVID like a ding dong. So I had one really expensive like storage unit that was my apartment, and then a place over here that was just. It was a real exciting time, COVID.
Were you planning on going back to LA?
No. As fate would have it, is this cord all janky across the table now? Whatever, as long as you guys can hear me. I had the opportunity through stunts and the like I had always been in the business. I moved from Orlando, Florida. I was going to film school. Graduated in 2010. Moved to California because if you guys are aware of all the film tax incentives and all that stuff, there was a lot of opportunity in Florida. And so I went to film school. That's like Disney, Nickelodeon. Like there's a lot of hot action. Burn notice. But literally like right when I got to film school, it all checked out. And so that's the what I didn't realize at the time. But when I finished school, there was nothing happening, nothing to do other than like you could work like the Golf Channel or maybe Universal, get like a stage job. So I was like, well, I guess you go to LA because that's what you do. And so I moved over there, and I was there for like 10 years, and then the 2 years that kind of proceeded after moving over to Atlanta. But yeah,
Right on. Where'd you grow up in Florida?
Southwest Florida, so Fort Myers, Cape Coral.
Yeah.
And then my folks were on Sanibel for the last while. Finally got them off of that island. Tired of rebuilding their freaking garage and basement unit from every storm that would come through.
Every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every 6 months.
The last, I'm not good with names, but I think the last one, they had something like 10 or 11 foot of storm surge. And I'm like, I don't know.
What is going on?
What is going on? So you got to tear everything out. You got to go down to the studs every freaking time. And bless my parents' hearts, they got taste and style. So it's not enough to just, throw some paint on it. They're like, all right, this time I'm thinking mahogany. So it's never like, it's never an easy venture. Yeah, literally. So,
How about just some pine?
I was like, how about we not build out the bottom unit?
Yeah.
Just stay upstairs. Then you're good.
Yeah, it's going to happen again.
It's going to happen. But they got out. They moved.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I got some friends that their parents moved to. I just went blank. Wherever that fucking NASCAR place is in Florida.
Daytona?
Daytona. Yeah.
Ayo.
I drove from Texas to Daytona twice.
Okay.
2 times. First time took me 24 hours. Second time it took me 28 hours. I fucking never drive to fucking Florida again. I'll tell you that.
It's
I
long.
love Daytona. Daytona was beautiful. I had a blast. I understand why you want to go back to the beach. Lakes
the beach.
suck. Fuck a lake. Huh?
They're not comparative. Can't they? I mean, like,
They're not. I grew up with lakes. There's always something weird in there that you don't know.
I was in the rivers.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah,
We know.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
He's like, I heard the banjos when I saw you.
Yeah, we could tell. We saw that baby beard coming. We go,
Yeah.
There's a banjo and
He's missing a toe.
hey.
there's a banjo and sombreros.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on over there.
Oh man.
Well, and so where are you two from originally?
Texas.
Yeah, from here. The town that you were in
Texas is a
probably-
big state
Okay.
there. We're in Texas,
Sorry.
guys.
where you came for the car crashing clinic is where I was born and raised.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
was-
cool.
Yeah, I was born in Weatherford, which is like 45 minutes from here, and then I grew up in a little town of like 600 people called Strawn. And then
And now you're in the big city.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
There's like 20,000
Yeah.
people here, man. That's a million people, man.
I'm like, God dang,
What-
there's
what-
a goddamn college over there.
What's that steakhouse we went to? Heart 8?
Yeah.
Heart 8.
Hey, shout out to Heart 8. They got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Sponsored
was-
by Heart 8.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I wish
I
they
used
was-
to I used to supply the firewood for them. I worked for this one guy, and we used to go and cut the trees down and then rack them up and take them to them when they needed it. Or at least the one here in Steenville. But he had there's like what 4 or 5 other places in Texas.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to keep their lights on because I ate there all the time.
We know.
We
Hey.
know.
That's a noble job. Somebody's got to do it. You just keep them occupied.
Yeah. Now everybody's mad at me because I don't eat anywhere.
Well, and like, what's like the go-tos now when you're getting peckish and you're like, yo, your boy needs to eat. What's like the first thing you're like, all right, I know what I'm gonna grab.
Like if it's like, are you talking like fast food or like go to a restaurant?
No. Just like so, like I did the carnivore diet, right? And so you're
Right.
limited to just animals, and so that's pretty clear. And so when you get like, I feel like I'm about to be a psycho because you're hungry all the freaking time. I was a big bone broth. I would like from Costco, because then
Oh,
you get
yeah.
that protein and you can fill up a little bit, or like pork grinds. Those aren't bad, Like what's like your go-to something like that?
A lot of yogurt these days.
Oh, okay.
A lot of cheese. I was buying HEB, which is a local Texas grocery store.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful place.
HEB stands for Hispanics Eat Best.
Yeah, that's right. But they have these singles that they like take blocks of cheddar and they like cut them up for you and you just buy it, dude. Oh, chef's kiss.
Dude, I'm right now.
And then bone broth, I gave a break because after surgery, that's all I could have for like a week and a half. Like
Oh,
literally
burned out.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was bone broth, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck bone broth, dog."
He's all boned
Yeah.
up.
So
Hey, fair.
I'll try pork rinds again, but that one day, I almost died.
Oh, at the clinic.
Yeah, I took a bite and I was over by his truck going, like a cat with a hairball. I was like,
Sometimes they're a little hard.
yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of the clinic, thinking about, I had to go on the road trip with these guys, right? I don't know their diets. I don't know what they're into. And so just trying to be mindful. Like I have little cooler bags that I'll bring just to like, bide time and like just bring a couple things and clear out my fridge because I'm not going to be back for a few days. And so I had just like a carton of eggs, egg whites. And so then I brought them and all of a sudden I realized, oh no, I'm out of ice. The time is going to pass and they will go bad. And so I'm like, I'm just going to crush these eggs. And so I took down, I think the contents of the little carton is probably 36 eggs. And so more than anybody needs to be drinking of eggs ever. But you guys, you bear witness to, I got a little Rudy Tooty out there.
Yeah.
It was a little concussive.
That's part of your intro.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Let me sell myself out.
Dude, that was some funny shit. They're just talking, and all of a sudden we just hear.
Dude, both of our heads like turned and looked at you, and I just hear you go, "Nobody heard that."
You turn around and you're just smiling like, oh shit.
I mean, there was like, however that space is set up. You guys are over in the pin, and then the acoustics on that house are incredible. And so we're good like 30 yards away. And so I just let a little tutor, and I have a chuckle to Bobby because Bobby didn't see it coming either. And I'm like, haha, I drank a lot of eggs. My bad. And I'd turn around to see everybody's beaming faces back my direction. I was like, oh, y'all heard that?
Oh.
And you confirmed, you're like, yes, we did. And I was like, okay, cool. Class of like 35. I hope you enjoyed that. Got me. Whatever.
Let's talk about your fucking fashion, right?
Ooh.
Because every day, we were like, "What's this fucking guy gonna roll up?" You get a vest on first day, if I'm correct.
Probably. I don't even recall.
And then second day, you had a jumpsuit on
Yeah.
that turned into Daisy Dukes and fucking a tank top.
It got warm.
Yeah. You came back from lunch, and I was like, "Look at this fucking guy over here, bro."
Chilling
Well,
on
we
top
went.
on the fence.
Hey,
We should have got a picture of you. That would have been a good picture.
We should have
Damn.
got a picture.
this is a give and take, guys. Now I'm getting mad pictures right here, digital frames.
God,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It never was ever. I mean, a lot of people make a lot of jokes about my attire, which you ask anybody in my social circle, they'll tell you collectively all the same thing. That and not to toot any horns like I do my buns, but they say like Sam could wear anything and pull it off, which I'm like, that's pretty cool. But sincerely, it's because I just like don't give a fart about whatever. Like if I think it's cool or I think mostly it's functional. Like, you know, sometimes depending on diet, things fit a little different. But you know, overalls, that's utilitarian. They got a lot of pockets, you know, we're covered up, but then, you know, there's a lot of things. And I like color. I'm a big color guy, big rainbows. And so anything with a little variety, spice of life, like give me all the fits, dude. That's what I want. So
I love
you
it.
guys caught me on a good weekend. The sun was shining. I wanted to get my vitamin D. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We were impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, and honestly, I forgot to pack, Bobby forgot to pack underwear. I forgot to pack shirts. So I had like a shirt and like an undershirt. And I was like, I don't know what I was doing when I was packing, but I must have blacked out and just ended up with whatever I had that day.
I will clarify. You were dressed in a jumpsuit where it's like, okay, he's going to work, and then it was tank top and shorts, and it's like, all right, he just went to the river, and then it was like vest and pants, and it's like, all right, he's going to the club.
Yeah.
So it was like, this dude knows what's up.
We were going. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I think it was boots with every fit. It was still like my
Yeah.
my
Boots
shit
with
kickers.
Yeah,
Boots
there
with everything.
you go.
Yeah. That worked out.
It was a good move.
Well, so you guys got hopper like stuff in the hopper in the tank for talking about my toots, talking about my fits. Like what else is on deck, boys? What else are we getting to that I don't see coming?
What got you into stunts? What was the thing that made you go, oh shit?
There was no like, oh shit. It was always so jumping back to I went to school in Orlando.
Right.
And so I was in film school. I'd always been kind of acting, performing growing up. Performance is what I love at the root of it, whatever that offering is, even behind the camera. That's as a performer. I'm out running around, you know, at the clinic. Like I got to be relative to the space. I got to know what's going on. I got to fit in with you guys. And so we're all performing. We're just playing these characters. So backing up, I went to film school, saw opportunity out west, went there. But all the friends that I had made in Orlando, they had grown up racing dirt bikes. And so that was, you know, up to the level of Supercross. And so a lot of my friends through college were doing that. They were racing and riding. And so that was always fun to see. And so when I went west, they, whether they went to school or not, they were just all hanging out. Maybe they didn't go to college. But they graduated from school life and went to Lights, Motors, Action, which is a stunt show that was in Orlando at Disney, I believe. And so all my good buddies took their performance as motocross guys, ended up into Lights, Motors, Action, which was essentially a live action stunt show where they got a car that's like, you know, on two wheels, you know, and then there's the dirt bike that comes in, oh, he slides out and he rose through fire. Now he's on fire, right? And so it's Disney. It's fun. It was a great show. Alan D'Antoni did a great job setting up that show. Good for you. And also Indiana Jones. But that was on the same lot, like Indiana Jones in that show. So if you can imagine, you know, whatever.
Okay.
So going through that, that took them to to Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 4 or 5 or whichever one was on at that point. And so then they kind of just naturally went to the stunt route, which is what makes sense. And so for the 10 years that I was in Los Angeles, in the business of producing, directing, shooting, you know, acting, whatever it is, my best friends are over here in Atlanta, Georgia, not far from home, and some of them didn't even leave Orlando, so they were still with their family, essentially. I saw them just crushing, and they were having a great time. And so while I was in pursuit of, opportunity, and I had a lot of fun, and I did a lot of different things, I shooting documentaries, I've traveled the world, doing a ton of crazy, awesome stuff that I'm so proud of. I've always been enjoying the ride and experiencing everything. I'm not motivated by money, that made sense for the time as a young man. But as you get a little older, then you start looking at the bank and you start looking around. And then just like that, one divorce later, I go, what are these guys doing in Atlanta? Because along the way, you see the different opportunities that the curiosity with stunts, that it's not a secret. At times you'll be on set and you're to double somebody or be ND, nondescript, in the background. But it just so happens on that day, the director says to the coordinator, hey, can one of your guys just say this thing that leads in the actor into this next setup of whatever? And so then your Joe Blow stunt guy, who has zero desire to be an actor, that's just a legitimate fall guy, has a line in some wild film that now you're like, wait a minute. And so if I've been in pursuit on the West Coast doing the traditional, as an actor, you go and you audition and you go for a callback, and it's any number of rings to climb. As a stunt guy, you're on set, and then all of a sudden you get your line, and then boom, there's just opportunity abounds in that way. And so it was always something I saw parallel to my experience. And then in 2020, with enough coaxing from some friends on the East Coast, I was like, let's go check this out. Let's just go see what it's about. It brings me closer to home. And that's what made sense. And so that was the desire I had. I worked in motorcycles in Southern California, where that is motorcycles. And so in and around that element, Octane Academy, a stunt show, I had been shooting it, helping with that. But it's not to say that you do stunty things, but as long as your background is active action sports type stuff, you'll find your place. And so that's what brought me east and kind of plugged me in. But then COVID being what it was, it made it a little curious. But that was it, to just try to find and commit to that life and that lifestyle to figure out where I fit in it. And now I'm talking to you guys. So
Yeah.
Well, damn.
You said you've been around the world. What was your favorite place to visit?
Oh man. Well, so I'm German by descent, right? And so I love to visit Germany. I have family over there. Super proud to call that back the fatherland. But just adjacent to Germany is Italy, and I love Italy. It's like I love going to Italy, but for the travels, I mean, any number of stories to tell. I think still Italy is the best. And as far as it's been, all roads, lead to Rome. That's been forever. So it's been a tourist town since forever. And so everybody is there. It's just set up for oh, are you having a great time? Do you want to have a better time? Just walk around this corner of this next piazza. And then oh, would you like a little wine? How about a little, and you're like, yes, I do. Oh, gelato? Okay. Of course I do. Oh, this food doesn't make me feel like shit. Awesome. Let's go. And then you're just inundated with history and history and history. And so that's always pretty tops for me.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's one place me and my wife want to go.
Yeah.
To Italy. I think that'd be really cool.
Get there.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try to go to Oktoberfest next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you and the lady want to go,
mark your calendars. Yeah.
So that's
what's a calendar?
Well, we don't.
No kidding.
We don't use those around here.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, man, that's dope. So documentaries. What kind? What you've done? Different types, all kinds.
Yeah. So before, so Bad Beard, it's a production company. It was born out of two individuals, myself and Steven Snavely, a great guy, a talented producer, shooter, director. And at the time, we had been working together on a lot of kind of travel, what would you call it? I mean, lifestyle, commercial work that was so for instance, Palm Springs. You guys have heard of Palm Springs, California, right?
Yeah.
And so at the time, this is over a decade ago, Palm Springs was just a place commercially for, women to go. It's a weekend. It's like, the gay scene's real popular there. And so that was kind of what it was and what it was known for, spas and all the like. But we came in, partnered with the CVB, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and every town has one of these, to kind of just hype local business and local stuff. We got brought in to kind of produce and tell the story of, well, what offerings are there for men? And so that was my job as young beard, to go and do all these Palm Springs things and all this different, abounding activity. So like that was kind of a docu-style version of commercial work where I'm just showcasing all this stuff like by experience. And Steven was producing that. And then on from that, there was a lot of different opportunities along the way, just putting me behind a camera. But with documentary type work, you have to be so in the mix. Like you're putting a camera in someone's face that's never been on film before. And so you got to make them very comfortable. And then equally, you have to have a clear idea of what it is I want from them for this story. And so I just found myself well rooted in that, and that played into social media and all that stuff too. But I did that, and then I did a cross country. Again, one of these guys from Orlando, he called me up, and this is literally like the intro to the documentary. So when I say it, it always sounds cheesy, but I'm like, well, whatever, it's true. He's like, my friend called me one day, and he said, hey, Sam, I got you a good deal on this Harley down in Daytona, your favorite place. And Shelly Rossmeyer, who runs the dealership down there, the Harley dealership, love you, Shelly, what's up? Set me up with a deal on a new 48, a 48 Sportster. And TJ's like, yeah, dude, this is TJ Tiffany. He's like, Sam, I got you, come on. I know we want a bike, so let's get this bike. And he's a dirt bike guy. Like, he's a freestyle motocross racer and flips and tricks. He's on Monster Jam right now, Sunday guy. And so for him to get in this bike, he's like, oh, let's get these bikes. And I was like, okay, tight. I was like, I'll get the bike, but you got to like ride with me from Daytona. I was like, back to LA. And he's like, huh. And so I, keeping in line with everything else, I turned it into a documentary, and that was the story of like me going to pick up this bike. And so then to just elevate it, because we're like, hey, let's just make this more difficult. We went from Daytona up to Chicago, which is the start of Route 66, hit the Harley Davidson Museum, and then went west all the way, ending in Santa Monica, Route 66. And so me with, at the time, no license, I'd been riding, but not to a level, like I'd never owned a bike of my own and whatever. And so that was that documentary, to do Route 66 with my first bike. But then I've done several times in Africa, shooting different stories for, building schools and taking kids from like Detroit over there for different experiences. I toured around Italy and Europe with Emerson Fittipaldi, pretty acclaimed F1 racer. I didn't even know at the time. I just showed up to do the job, and I'm like, so you're like a guy? And he's like, oh, and then we go anywhere. People are like, oh shit, that's the guy. And I'm like, who's that guy? It's like, Emerson.
Emerson?
Yeah.
This guy.
That's
the guy. I did that. And then, I've even done like, I went to Mexico one time with this, like the Donald Trump of Mexico. Turns out he was just a really big drug dealer. So that one was pretty suspect, but I didn't realize at the time.
So Donald Trump.
Hey, that's
Hey, calm down. He took away EBT.
yeah, they're ready to go. But stuff like that. Standing Rock. Now, do you guys recall? I don't know how many years ago the Dakota Access Pipeline was that was going through in the Sioux Nation, up in North Dakota or South Dakota. It was a big issue, and so I went and shot a film up there for the Sioux Nation, which I don't know if you could see the Black Hills Treaty Council. I don't know what this can see.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Yeah, we see
Stuff like that, man. I've been doing stuff like that.
Dude, that's badass.
That's wicked. I can't believe and now you're just over here on our little podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
There is no little.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about the life I live is that to me we're all doing life together, and so the better that I get to enjoy your experience, we rise with the tides. Nobody's on any different space.
we all rise. I love that. That's what's up.
We had a conversation the other day because Halfa was like, "Man, if you're tired of doing this," and I was like, "No. I love doing this. It's the other outside shit that's getting in my way. I was like, but like we get to talk to people like you,
Yeah.
and then
We got to hang out. That was great.
Yeah,
Dude,
we'll definitely have to come up to Georgia one time and hang out with you.
I'm not
Well,
coming to
you guys-
Georgia in the fucking summer. I'm going to tell you that right now, Sam.
If you come to the basement, it's always a pretty comfortable, like 70, 78 degrees down here. So it's not like too warm, not too cold, insulated by Mother Nature Earth. And I'll set you up a couple air mattresses over in this area over there.
Perfect. That's a nice little dude. I'll sit right there on that couch. I'll sleep just like this.
Yeah, that loads up into the trailer when I do a mobile setup. But
Nice.
That's
Hell
what's
yeah.
up. Yeah. I do like your setup though. I like how it's all. I love that chill little spot. You know, I think that's cool. So when we
hangout
come up,
vibes.
It's gonna be real cool. It's gonna be real cool.
I'd love to have you guys on my show.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
anytime.
Maybe I can
Yeah.
grow a beard by then.
I'm gonna start putting Miracle Grow on his face
I'll just-
when he's sleeping.
I'll just put my hair and put a little bit of glue and just do it like this, and I'll be like,
He's
there we go.
Amish. It's very Amish.
Why not? Yeah,
I'm
just
just
do like a,
Amish. I don't know if that's the.
Just-
I'm horrible.
Hey, you guys are from Texas, dying. You ain't never.
The only impersonations we can do are Tom,
And
Who's
not
Tom?
well.
Who's Tom?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas, just
You're
Australian.
little Aussie boy.
I'm the little
Yeah,
Aussie
yeah.
boy that did the car crashing clinic with Corey Eubanks.
Oh, he's such a sweet kid. Yeah, that was such
He
a
was cool
blast.
as
To,
fuck.
Fucker, that fucker. He was like, do an Australian accent. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, come on, let's go to Macca's. And he was like, it's Macca's, not Mackers. And I was like, fuck you, Tom.
hey, you asked me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
fucking Texan and it just seeps out everywhere.
He slides back into home country so quick that I'm like, are you? What's put on? Are you like putting that on, or like which straight are we going with this one?
Yeah,
bud?
Hey, this guy's a phony.
yeah, little actor. We know what you are.
Yeah.
He's not even from Australia. He's from Daytona. He's literally from Daytona. Yeah, check his papers.
That son of a bitch.
He's been acting this whole time.
The whole time. He's good. He's good. I got a job for him.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
No guy.
Oh, man. So what's on the docket? What do you got coming up?
So coming up, I was pretty amped for this show tonight. So we're here right now. It's funny, like I was actually like stoked because I think I've done 90 some. I mean, I've probably done 130 episodes for mine, but I've only managed to get like 90 some out. But I never get asked to be on other people's because I don't know how the podcast ecosphere works. So I was like stoked to come on and talk to you guys. So that was on the roster. And then I'm going to CES. I got invited out to CES, which is a big trade show in Vegas, to bring my show. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm shooting an event in Vegas this next weekend for Exponential Fitness, which is a parent company of franchise that holds Club Pilates, Cycle Bar, AKT, Row House, something else, and something like 9 different companies, Stretch Lab, whatever. So I'm shooting that, and then flying to do another one in Miami for which is funny. I don't know if I'm allowed to see this. I don't know. Like, it's not an NDA signed thing, but the guy that used to run Exponential Fitness, as far as I'm aware, and so I'm not gonna be sued for anything because these are just he ran this company. It went public. Yeah, this is all opinion, like or conjecture or it's all alleged. No, it is all hearsay. I have no idea. It did go public, and then so he left that company by whatever means it was asked and or answered for him to leave that company, and he started another company that's actually called. It's such a similar name, and I was like, man, I don't. Either way, I'm going to shoot that as well. This will come back later when they're like, hey, were you talking about that? I'm like, I'm glad you watched. Thank you.
We have
I hope you liked and subscribed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have the job anymore. That's okay. Sorry. But I got that coming up, and then it's the holidays, man. We're all getting down, holly jolly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So to go back real quick, when you said like you didn't know how the ecosphere works for podcasting, we've kind of just taken it to be like, fuck, we will. Do you want to be on the podcast? Like, we have no fear in the like I don't know if we should be fearful of having certain people on, but we'll talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Or we'll at least try to.
Yeah.
What?
So, I mean, there's everybody's got their story, you know, and we try to find the like comedy in it, you know. I mean, some people's stories are kind of bad, so we try not to like make fun of it, but it's like, hey,
But we do.
your life sucked, but look where you're at now, you know, like, hey, you know,
Everything's getting better.
yeah, you're on H&D now. Like, look at you, you're moving up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have fart noises for you. Come on.
Yeah.
I provide my own.
Yeah. No, we actually recorded yours and we use it.
I play it in my
No,
head
no.
frequently, and then I go, let's check notes, and then I run it back in real time, and I go, that's consistent. Well, so as far as what you're describing for the ecosphere, my guess when I say that, the thing that I'm still trying to understand, there's no question about how I run my show. Like, I know it's to talk to individuals like this is your show, and so you're on that side of things. But for my show, we'd have the same conversation. I'd be a little more verbose in the direction of it, like in questioning you rather than you ask me questions. Nobody ever asks me questions, and even when I have people on, I don't even really give them opportunity to. So this is fun for that reason. But I'm of the mindset, as long as I'm enjoying it, as long as that's the motivation, is that it actually brings me joy, and the conversations I have are fulfilling, and they're going, and a lot of these guys are of the toxic mentality that like you can just like, these clickbait headlines and just make things real polarizing and ugly. Like, that's not my agenda. I'd rather find the truth and the love in people, and have those stories told, and that brings me here, there, everywhere. The thing about the ecosphere that I don't understand is when it comes to growing a podcast, unless, and this is just speculation, unless you already have, a large following from some, let's call it Corey Eubanks. He's got a history and a whole life, doing exactly that. And so he's got people that give a shit for sure, because he's an expert in his field, and that's cool. And they come to check out his podcast because of those reasons. Alternative to that, you have opportunity to go on other people's podcasts, and that's where you find an audience. And so that's what I'm just trying to learn. Like, all right, I can keep doing what I'm doing, but and equally, I don't even understand when I chose Spotify. That's where I host my podcast. Spotify was Anchor, and Anchor existed just as a video broadcasting place, but it was a really small platform. I did not know that. And so when I put it out there, it was really hard to pump it to all the through the RSS feed and get it out to all the other things. And equally, you can only see metrics from Spotify's platform. Once it goes out into the ether, I can't quantify, well, how many people have seen it. It's like, I could tell you how many people saw it on Spotify, but
Right.
once it's out, you have no idea. And so then that got a little confusing as well, where I'm like, all right, well, I think it's going well. I mean, like I make the joke that my mom watches. Honestly, it's my brother. My mom doesn't watch the show. She's a busy lady, but my brother watches it.
Is she rebuilding the house?
She's got work to do. Boy, and bless their heart, they went and bought a house off the island that they have to then. Oh well, we gotta demo, and then we gotta fix this, and we're putting it in it, and like. I'm like, can you guys ever just take a break and just like retire or do anything other than so?
You guys just hang out and get drunk, dude.
No, they like projects. They like projects. Yeah.
Hey, whatever makes them happy.
It makes them happy. But all that to say, I think as long as I'm comfortably moving forward, just enjoying the experience of the show, then everything will kind of fall into place as it needs to. But otherwise, I don't know what's going on. I didn't buy the book of how to
We didn't
podcast.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I started out as like streaming video games and stuff like that, and then I got
On like a Twitch or something.
yeah, on Twitch, and then I probably got like 250 followers, and I was like, yeah, and then like work kind of got in the way, and I was like, fuck, I got to focus on that because I'm not making money. I think the most I made off Twitch one time was like $80, and I was like, cool, I'm fucking balling.
You go
know?
hard 8 on that. You go hard 8, get a couple. You get iced tea.
Get one sandwich.
Iced tea, baby.
But I started that, and then I've always been into podcasting. Like I've always listened. I love just sitting down and talking with people. And I was like, man, I want to start a podcast. And but that whole like I've sat down, dude. Hours and hours of just learning this and that, and the algorithm, SEO, fucking this, that. I mean, we've been on 2 other podcasts, and all it is like just networking. Like you're just like see somebody be like, hey man, I'm a big fan of your stuff, love your stuff, I'd love to be on your show, or hey, I'd love to have you on my show, and then it kind of just, you know.
And so that is the uptick on it, right? Is just placement and just getting out there.
Yeah, because a lot of people after 20 episodes, they'll be like, oh, I'm not getting any traction, and then they stop. You know, and that's where a lot of people mess up, you know. And we're only 30 episodes in, so it's like we're still like baby stepping.
69, baby, 69.
Be there soon.
We're coming back.
Yeah.
No, we're on backs. Coming.
Oh yeah.
Coming on
Well,
backs.
Kim Kardashian
on
got
backs?
Come on back.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
about to Kim K this shit.
No, we kind of feel like we have a comedy podcast. We like to make jokes, but also it's kind of the same thing. Like we want to talk to people and get their story, and then find the truth and find the love in it, and then just kind of and experience life. I mean, I think this is one of the best ways to go about it. You know, just talking to somebody, hearing if I can fucking relate to you in any way, then that's dope. You know, and then we get to hang out with cool fuckers like you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and a testament to the both of you, meeting you and relating to you, as you state, was, you know, easy. You guys were open to the conversation. In my experience, you know, if I have to break somebody down to get to know them and let them know, like, I'm coming in whether you want me in there or not, that's how I always operate. I have a deep desire to connect to people. And then this podcast is just a platform to do it publicly on 4K quality. And so for you guys to be in the same pursuit, it's always fun to run into other guys like you that see things similarly. So it makes it even more fun to expedite the conversations. Like, hey, do you guys like small talk? You're like, fuck no, come on our show. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. I walked up to Bobby almost immediately when you guys got there, and I was like, hey man, I got to pick your brain later. Like, I know we just met, but I need to talk to you. And he was like,
Yeah.
anything you need. I was like, cool, man. Fuck, thank you.
Yeah,
He's that
when he
kind
was
of guy.
saying-
Yeah.
When he said y'all were bringing equipment and y'all come rolling up with all that stuff, I was like, inside or like outside, I was like, hell yeah, that's what's up. But inside, I'm like holy
Frothing.
shit.
He
Look at all them
literally
cameras.
walked over to me and he was like, you see that fucking camera they got on there?
I'm like, bro, that's the this camera, that's I'm like this, that. I'm like, holy
And then he-
shit.
Shot on
was like-
iPhone.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, walk over to their table because they have these wireless mics. He was like, go fucking look at them. Go look at them. I was like,
The
"Oh,
little
shit."
Hollyland, the 31, the other ones or whatever. I was like,
Yeah, so he's hyped on his Hollyland. I mean, technology, thank you, Shenzhen, China. Everything comes from the same factory. They throw a different label on it, but it's all the same. So high end, low end, you know, as long as you're within a price point, you'll get some good quality stuff these days. And unfortunately, when the prosumer, consumer, you know, bleed together and all these TikToker influencers start getting cameras, lenses, things start selling, they get cheaper and reproduced, and then we get them more affordable. And so it's a little left, little right, give and take. But I'll take what, you know, a deal is a deal. But coming out with all that stuff, and then Bobby specific, he's not only is he a great guy available for any conversation, he will have that conversation whether you want it or not. Bobby's a talker. And we love him for it. He's always working the schmooze. He's always got an angle, and yeah, he's a great guy that's always super fun. And so when he said, "Hey Sam, you wanna come to Texas to shoot this thing?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, did the math on how long in the car. Oh, we're just okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I'm in. I'm in. Let's go. Yeah.
How much NyQuil?
how far into Texas do we have to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we
Oh,
just
boy.
like Whataburger in, or like?
Nah, you're HEB in, baby.
Yeah. So hard 8 later, we had a good time.
I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
We were a little nervous to meet y'all, and then it felt like,
Easy peasy.
yeah, it was just smooth. It was like we'd been friends for fucking years.
Because you have to understand, you know, we're just two dudes coming from like these small towns, and we're like, growing up, it was like, oh, you're not gonna do anything with your life, you're not gonna go anywhere, kind of thing. And it was like,
Well, screw that.
but you know, it was like we got to prove them wrong. So we're like, we
Yeah.
also want to be like comedians and stuff like that. So the fact that we were there doing all that stunt stuff was also just like a huge like, holy shit, like this is really cool. And then we met you guys, and it was like, this is even cooler. Like I want this to continue. of just continuing meeting cool people and shit like that.
Was
you know?
the Eubanks car crash clinic? You'd only done that a couple times. Like that was new to you in the experience.
That was my first one. That was his second.
Oh, well,
The one
so
that
that's
had
the. You know, it's. I mean, it. You know, it seems exciting in the like what it is, like what his car crash clinic is. That's crazy in and of itself.
Right.
Obviously. But as far as small town to big town and anything in between, personalities and people, like we're all like, just as we have this conversation, we already talked about, like we're all the same. There's nothing different between any of us. We all shit in the same fucking hole, and like it all works the same. And if anybody thinks otherwise, then they're probably a ding dong dork anyway, and they're not worth your time. So
You're right.
That's what I say. We
100%
all
right.
we all eat through the same hole and shit out the same hole. So it doesn't matter. Like I don't know. We bleed the same color. We breathe the same air. Like it doesn't. We're all the same people, you know. But
Absolutely.
and I've traveled for work. So I've like the furthest I went was Michigan, and I was up there and I'm just talking with people and I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm just chilling in my hometown right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everybody's the same. Like everybody makes it seem like it's all crazy and shit everywhere, and it's like, yeah, but so it's the same shit in your hometown. So it's just in a different town.
You just
You're
know Tommy. Like he's a
Yeah.
crackhead.
everybody's got a Tommy crackhead, and we're not talking about Thomas. We know you're from
No,
Daytona,
no.
Thomas.
Sweet little Aussie boy.
Yeah, well, no, but that's exactly as you describe a reality that a lot of people don't get to understand about the world. Is that we are such the same, regardless of language, region, whatever. We cook different food. We, are into different things, but ultimately we're all the same. And so, like, people that don't leave small towns and then they watch the news, they see that to be the truth. And they're like, I saw the clip on the thing and that must be true. And here in my town, that would never happen. And I'm like, well, guess what? It doesn't happen there either. And if it does, it's a marginal experience, and people can decry this, that, or the other. It's like, so speaking back to documentaries, I went to Standing Rock. There was our own, it's eluding me, not ROTC. What are you when you're not in the war, you stay home.
Oh, you're like a damn dude. Shit.
See?
You're like a reserve.
Thank you. And so they had brought in a lot of reserve guys. They had a lot of reserve guys for this Standing Rock. And on the far side, so we're on Turtle Island. Turtle Island is a sacred island for the Sioux people at the time. And this goes back years and generations and treaties and this, that, and the other. And then you talk about, different leadership that actually sells this. And then there's a lot of confusion, a lot of disagreement, whatever. The root of it is we're fighting for clean water in this conversation, but somebody over there from the reserves is doing their job, and I knew one of them. And so I was on this side of things. They were on that side of things. You watch the news, the TV, it's publicized and politicized as this way, that way, other way, but it's just interesting to find yourself. That's what I like doing, is going to the thing. And an easier one to understand. George Floyd. You guys remember George Floyd, the protest that happened in Minnesota? I went. This was COVID, fresh off of COVID, so nothing's happening. I'm trying to break into the film industry in Atlanta, and everything's shut down. There's no opportunity for me there because I can't hustle on a set. And like when you hustle on a set, you literally just show up and you go, "Who's the coordinator? Hi, I'm Sam," and you hope for the best. That wasn't an opportunity because COVID made everything very shut down. Like, you're not allowed to just walk. No, you're going to get everybody sick. You probably have COVID. It's a thing. And so I'm sitting back in Fort Myers, and you hear the news, you hear this, that, and the other, and I was like, I'm tired of listening to what other people are saying about this, and it seems kind of like it's getting really ugly. I was like, I got some time on my hands. Let me go just find out firsthand. And I had shot a music video for this individual that lived up in Minnesota. His name is Austin Plain. Go check him out. His songs are amazing. You'd probably recognize a couple. Okay. And I call him up. I was like, "Hey, man." He's like a Bob Dylan type. He's like, lived experience. Then he writes songs about it. And so I say, "Hey, Austin." I go, what's going on in your town, man?" And he goes, "Whoa, isn't this crazy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you want to come up here and we'll just like go there and just check it out?" And I was like, "I'm on my way." And so I just hopped on a plane, went up there. He picked me up from the airport, and we went to, it was Black Lives Matters protests. And I went to where George Floyd was killed, murdered, and how I just wanted to see firsthand, like, the news says this, that, and the other, and like, what's really happening. And I went and did it. because I wanted to know. And sure enough, I ended up getting shot by 2 beanbag rounds. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. But it's just that if you don't get out and travel,
Episode 69.
69, thank you very much. But that's just a reality. If you don't get out and travel and you don't see things firsthand, you're just going to assume everything you hear to be truth. And then you're going to get angry and you're going to get frustrated because it's not happening home. And it's like, no. And so I don't know where I was going with that. Either way, kudos on you. Get out to Michigan. Everybody's got a Tommy Crackhead, and he's from Daytona.
And he's from Daytona.
Yeah.
No, our next one's Georgia, right? We're figuring it out. We'll be there.
We'll definitely be there for sure.
I don't remember how long it took, but you're welcome here.
To Georgia?
To my house. You can come to my house.
I'm just trying to think of how long it is to drive.
Well, so not to give away my location, but I'm 7 minutes from the airport.
Yeah. His address is... No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We'll put it up on screen.
Also his phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Date of birth.
7 minutes from the airport.
It was, I lucked out into a big piece of property near the airport because 285 that circles Atlanta to get all the studios was my goal. And so if I'm 7 minutes to the airport, I'm 3 minutes to 285, which is a perimeter around. It's like, Houston's got one of those too. It's just like
Yeah, it's like a roundabout almost.
Essentially. Yeah.
Big old loop-de-loop is what we call it down here.
Yeah, down here, loop to loop down the hot eight.
Everybody was talking about when we went to Florida. Everybody was like, dude, everybody down there is like super fucking crazy and blah, blah, blah. And I will say my favorite story to tell about Florida.
I can't wait to hear
it. We went to Joe's Crab Shack that's on the pier.
I've heard of her.
Daytona, we went there. It was dope. It was awesome. And then I split off because everybody else was like, I'm going to the hotel. And I was like, I'm going to get drunk, dude. All right. So I'm walking back off the pier, and like right off the pier is a ice cream shop. And then a bunch of it's like a row of just little shops that you can go, whatever, buy gifts.
That's what actually makes Florida run is ice cream, bars, and little pop-up shops for.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. Like I'll go walk down there and see if there's anything I can buy the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And so as I'm coming off the pier, I hear a cop. I don't see the cop, but I hear a cop, and I just hear a cop go, "Hey, what the fuck is your problem?" And then I see a cop sprint in front of me, grabs this dude who's at the ice cream shop, and without hesitation turns around and just smokes the cop. I mean, just hits him with a right hook as hard as he can. And I'm like, I'm just probably going to prop up right here, smoke a cigarette. Yeah, I don't know.
See how this goes. Yeah.
And so the cop, I'm not even bullshitting you, he starts laughing because he knows it's on, baby. So the cop just begins beating the brakes off this guy. And then another cop.
This is pre-body cam, yeah.
Yeah, and then another cop comes in, and they're just like, stop. And then finally they put handcuffs on, and like, nobody is fucking. I'm the only one that's like, wow, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, I need to buy this. Like, or they like walk around them and be like, can I get 2 dip cones, please? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Hey, can I get what he got?
Yeah. So that's my favorite Florida story to tell. But there was so much beautiful, we went on an alligator excursion.
It's a lot of contrast in Florida. That's why it's so fun.
It's so fun. I mean, there was ass everywhere. We stayed at a hotel on the beach. That was the first time I ever did that. That was waking up and opening the blinds, and it's just the ocean is one of the most relaxing, most beautiful things I've ever witnessed.
I mean, that compared to a lake is you realize how small you are because you're like, oh, you know what's over there? Fucking nothing for a long way.
More water.
More water, yeah. No, Florida's. I love Florida. So people are funny. People talk shit about anywhere they're not from usually, but people are always quick to talk shit about L.A., California, Florida, whatever the thing. I'm obsessed with Florida. I'm obsessed with California, LA. I had such a great experience when I was there. I didn't leave because I was like, this, that. I left because of different opportunity. But man, I got Florida stories. I got California stories. That should be a whole nother show.
69.
But even 69. I was on the show Cops. Do you guys remember that show?
Like you were, how were you on the show Cops?
I told you I'm a performer, right?
Were you on Cops Reloaded or Cops?
No, the OG Cops, dude.
Oh my God. When they were like really fucking
He was
people
the
up.
new boot goofing cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the Reno 9.
Yeah.
So
No.
were you arrested?
Yeah, it was the
Or
first time I got arrested. It was the
Were you
first time.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
like, were
yeah,
you
yeah.
a fake cop? Are they
No,
faking
so
cops?
I was a ding dong kid. I was probably, I don't know, 16, I think.
We have to find the episode.
Yeah, we'll find the episode. And put
I
it
never
in.
saw it, but someone at my church saw it. Yeah, and they told me about it. I go, all right, well, I didn't sign that paperwork, but here you are. So I think I was 16, and I'm gonna use fake names for this. And so I was with, well, that's no fun to use fake names. So anyway, I'm with PJ Woods. You can Google him. He's crushing it right now. He's an adult. It's like people talking about the 70s, right? That's like our inverse. Same. We went to school together. And so he, just for context of the story, he's a black dude. I'm this white dude, and we're down on the beach, and we're always hanging out at the beach. That's what we do. And we see the show. We know Cops is in town. Everybody's excited because it's show Cops. And so me and PJ are hanging out at the beach. And it's not spring break yet, but there's still just enough people down at the beach all the time that there's, I'm trying to put it in, there's hundreds of people on the beach, and this is a sprawling, I don't know, you've seen TV. And so we go, you know what we should do? We should pretend we're in a fight, get their attention.
Yeah.
And then haha, we didn't go past that in the thought process.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know what the
Comedy.
Oh my God. I don't know why. Yeah, that was us. We do exactly that. And lo and behold, they see that. And they're out with a camera crew. They're like, it's gasoline on a fire. Hey, we want something to happen. Something's happening. And so it's not to just go, hey, what's going on over here? No, we're making frickin' TV, and I'm not thinking any of this through. He's not thinking any of this through. We're in a faux skirmish. Like we thought we just oh no, just kidding. No.
Nope.
No. So we see these cops charging at us, and we're like, oh no, we've messed up. And we're like, they're not coming to talk to us. They're pulling their tasers out. We can clearly see
my God.
they're running at a distance with tasers. And so it's not just them running with their tasers. And these are cops in their full polyester get-ups, on the beach running through sand. So they already look sloppy and ridiculous. And they're just clopping through this. Yeah. And they're, and this is at nighttime too. And then behind them is the camera crew with lights. And so the lights are clopping through the sand. I'm like, oh man, we're so fucked. And so instinctively, we just run. We're like, yeah, that's what we do. We run. And so we bolt through, this is Fort Myers Beach for anybody looking for context, downtown Fort Myers Beach. And there's just this weird kind of trifecta that kind of runs off down the main strip, off around the corner, or back down the pier. And we each picked our poison, and he's gone. I'm gone. And lo and behold, we find these great spots to hide out. They get him first. They're walking him back. And I'm tucked and covered. I'm like, this is a terrible idea, obviously. But don't worry. One of the few hundred children that are out on the beach this night are very quick to go, he's under the car. So, I'm like, shit.
Come here, you little narc. Come here, you little
Yeah, literally.
You're going down with me, motherfucker.
Yeah. So
Go to
then
jail for real.
I'm pulled out from the car, and then we go to jail.
Oh,
But
what did they book you for?
inciting a riot. Because, yeah, figure that out. And so I'm fortunately a child at the time, but everything's happening. The cameras, everybody's down there because it's the beach. But then ultimately we're all there for cops. It's exciting. Now there's a crowd gathered. And oh no, and so further context, maybe I had been to 4 or 5 different high schools in my town. And so I just knew a lot of different subsects of individual. And so at this large gathering of individuals, they're like, that's Sam. We know Sam. And so now people are hollering in the street.
Sam.
Yeah. And so then I think that's maybe where the gratuitous charge of inciting a riot came from. But And then
So
You would have been TikTok famous today in that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if that like now that would have been all like you would be TikTok famous. You'd have your
if
own
I'm
podcast.
that's one story of many stories. And so if I'm grateful for anything, it's that I'm just before the generation of where cell phones became viable as the worst of the
It's
worst.
blackmail.
That's-
yeah,
Yeah.
it's blackmail. Cell
Yeah.
phones are blackmail now.
I feel thankful for that because when I was in high school, it was still flip phones and they were all pixelated. So even if they caught it on camera, it's like, who the fuck?
Well, my ass is on Facebook, so I can't
Yeah,
hide
fair
that. That one's forever.
Yeah,
But that
Yeah.
one was funny.
yeah. I was
It
I
literally
remember
looks
there
like
was
it looks like Hank Hill's ass.
we were boxing. I grew up in a town of 600 people, but I moved to a larger town of 1,300 people.
After beating up 599 of them.
That's right, brother. But when I was in high school, we would box in the middle of town,
Like
we
slap box or just like gloved up?
no, we put on boxing gloves.
Okay.
And we would fucking fight each other. But it was in the middle of town. It was a thing called the S curve, and we always hung out on the S curve. So we would put cars around, and then two people would get in the middle, and they would just fucking go at it.
You try to fist fight? Yeah, me too. Let's go.
He said, that's my cousin. I fuck her first.
Goddamn right, boy.
I'm in
So-
love.
Somebody filmed it. We had no idea they were filming it, and then they sent it to everybody in the school. And the only way you knew who was fighting who was because they would yell it out before you started fighting. But you couldn't tell. Like on camera, you're like, all right, it's just two blobs beating the fuck out of each other. Right
It's a
now.
weird game of Snake.
Yeah. So I got in trouble for that. They I don't even know. I think I had spent a day in ISS or some dumb shit.
No, you learned your lesson.
Dude, I almost got suspended one time for laughing. Tell me how that worked. My mom came up pretty quick. She's a scary lady. Love you, Mom. But she, we came in from a party. We were at Larry Joe Taylor. We were told that if you went to this festival and then you got caught coming from the festival, that you would be suspended. We weren't caught. I mean, we were at school on time. Nobody smelled like booze, nothing like that. Our principal was waiting, and he was like, "Hey, I know where y'all been." And we were like, "At my house?" And he was like, "No, bar." And then this went on for 5-10 minutes. We're just back and forth. Mr. Hurley, we weren't there, or Mr. Curley. Miss Curley, we weren't there. Yes, we were. Miss Curley, we weren't there. Finally, one of the kids just looks up and he goes, "You fucking faggot! If you're gonna expel me, just fucking expel me." And then I went, "Okay." So that kid got expelled, and then he tried to expel me for going, "Okay." So
You're in it now.
When my mom finds out, she was like, "What did he call you the F word?" And he was like, "No." And she was like, "Well, then I don't think he's gonna fucking leave school today." And I was like, "Yeah,
Hey,
Mom.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Mom, mother."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the craziest.
Let it
thing
be
I've
known
ever-
he did not use the F word. He did
not
just,
then.
not 30 seconds ago he did, but, not.
Fucking right, I did. But not to my principal. That's just rude. Have some couth.
Yeah, a little bit, right? A little bit. Yeah. No,
Sam, continue.
is that the witching hour?
Well,
There's a witch? No, it's the holidays.
Burner.
Burner does.
Well, I was just going to say, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I know we've had you almost an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
That's a good conversation.
Yeah. I'd love to keep going, but dinner is almost done, and I haven't eaten food today, so your boy is hungry.
No, well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again, not only for the 69 episode, but episodes before and after, of course. Because we definitely need to get some more stories out of you.
Yeah, we got to find out what's going on in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I appreciate it. And until next time, you guys hit me up whenever you want. I'll have a next installment, something a little different. But until next time.
Hey, love you, buddy.
Hey, thanks again, guys.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, man.
See ya.
Thank you for watching H&D Comedy Podcast.
Work it, boy.
Get funky, get freaky.
Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us so we can bring you more content.
Oh, baby.
like a funk machine.